Hi everyone, my name is Pragna Nidumolu and I am the founder of EcoTeens, an initiative to bring teens together from across the globe to amplify our voices in support of sustainability. Through EcoTeens, we have a podcast called The Green Stories where we bring sustainability professionals from across the world to speak on issues concerning sustainability and the environment. Please give a little description of yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Okwiiri Expedito, age 27, and I'm from Uganda. I'm so much privileged to be hosted by Madam Nidumolu, the CEO EcoTeens. Hope it all goes well. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll just jump right into the questions then. So, starting off, can you tell us about your background and what led you to your current role and being in sustainability?
Just like what I missed before, I'm actually an environmental manager by profession, and I got this course of mine from Kampala International University, just within here, Uganda. For the current position I hold, like I told you, I'm a manager, and this comes like it is always different basing on the education system of the country, but it is all about like the subject you take from the O level that pushes you to a certain course, either science or arts. So I found myself belonging to a science course, which is environment management.
Nice, that's great. So, as someone who is involved in sustainability, what was you probably had the opportunity to work on many different projects. So, can you tell us about one project or something that you have worked on in sustainability?
Currently, I'm working with our district office of environment, and I'm working as a volunteer. So I've dealt with different projects, most especially construction projects, whereby I go monitoring, inspecting, and implementing environmental and social safeguards, whereby we encourage like the workers' safety, like builders and porters and so on. And again, we also do the implementation of the other part of environment, which concerns specifically climate change, mitigation and adaptation. And then we also sensitize on practices of plastic waste management and so forth. Yeah, that's it, madam.
And what got you interested in doing this specific project?
The specific project, I've been embarking much more on tree planting. Like we all know, concerning the current phenomenon of climate change, I've always been looking at that part specifically, whereby in each and every project that I do monitor and inspect, I always have to implement that component of tree planting, whereby at most of the project I encourage having a woodlot or planting trees around, like maybe like the compound and so on. What is the purpose of this? At most times, the trees we plant, like in compounds, they may provide different uses. For example, they can be fruit trees, whereby you will have fruits, and at the same time, in the long run, they can actually also act as fuel. Then for the woodlot, they played the other role, it being like a big land or a big acres of land. It plays a role of climate change mitigation.
Wow, that's great. So
Yeah.
As someone in sustainability, what advice do you have for younger kids like me to pursue sustainability or go into the environment jobs?
The first issue and the most important of it all, people have to understand this. If we are caring for environment, that means we are caring like we are caring our own. I always go with this example of creation, whereby in the beginning, God created the earth plus all the other forms of life, which involved the trees, most especially plants. And now people came next, which shows plants can exist on their own, but we as human beings, we cannot exist on our own, whereby it is our role to look after the mother nature, and then the mother nature gives us back in return because of the work that we do. So for all the young generation, should have a good example whereby our previous people or our ancestors managed to maintain the environment. So who are we not to do the same? And if we don't do that, shall we have played the role, the actual role like our ancestors did? So it is our prime role to care for the environment, so that the next generation also come and enjoy about our fruits.
Very inspiring. I agree. We need to give back to the earth and we need to do our duty. I agree. So,
Yeah.
looking ahead, what are your goals for the future in the environment and sustainability?
Specifically, if I personal goals, let me actually start with professional goals in the environment. Like professionally, I have a goal of starting up an environmental consultants, whereby I know there are a lot of environment services that are needed, specifically like in the community where I am, because we deal with a lot of projects, and sometimes people tend not to have that technical know-how, like the actual knowledge. Like we have the mother nature, of course, as people we are supposed to use it, but the way how we are supposed to use it has to be a sustainable way, whereby I use it today and the next generation or the next people have also to use it. So I have that goal of opening up a consultation farm specifically for environment, whereby this would be the best way for me to address on issues that are concerning environment, though we proceed on with having development as well.
Right.
And then on the other hand, of course, on the personal goals, personally, I grew up in a culture or in a setting whereby we've been keeping animals. So I'm in that line of dealing with animals, whereby I have that dream of having a demonstration farm, whereby it will work, like it will deal with different varieties of animals and crops as well. So all that will be still working within nature and conserving all the other forms of life.
Right, that's great. I love that. I think many of us should also implement those into our lives, and those should be our goals as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
This has been great. I've learned a lot. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one.